From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We saw a pretty nice day today. In fact, we saw the sunshine for the first time in what feels like weeks, and it felt amazing to see that sunshine out and about. We're seeing temperatures today into the 60s, 62 degrees in Mason, Jackson, 63 in Hillsdale, and 60 degrees down into the Lansing area as well. We're going to drop just a little bit into the 50s right now. We're in the 51 degree mark, 50 in Jackson and 51 in Howell. Over the next 12 hours, we'll see temperatures fall into the 40s with mostly clear skies, and we'll see those clear skies as we head into the day tomorrow. I'll have the full details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 11 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 11.
People across mid-Michigan are remembering those who served ahead of Memorial Day. It's our top story at 11. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rachel Ramsey. Crowds gathered at Evergreen Cemetery today for a Memorial Day service. Zach Prees was at the event, and he's here for you now with how Lansing honored those that we have lost.
Rachel, Lansing neighbors rallied together at the cemetery this afternoon to honor those who have lost their lives in the service. More than 100 people made it a priority to show up and to show support. They say it's important to remember those who served, but also to remember why they served.
And the whole of the brave.
Mayor Andy Shore wishes there was a little more remembering around Memorial Day.
A lot of folks will go out and they'll have barbecues and they'll spend time with family, and that's all great to do. We should do that. But while we do that, we have to remember why we're able to do that, which is because these folks went out and they kept us safe, and they kept us free.
And Captain Joshua Lacroix, the commander of the Lansing Recruiting Company, agrees.
So Memorial Day means many things. For me, it means legacy, essentially for those that have sacrificed their lives for this great country. It's just special because we're able to continue this every day. So that's why it's so special to me.
And as a commander, Lacroix says he is so proud of his own soldiers. But on Memorial Day, it's time to honor those who served before them.
Memorial Day, it reminds myself on why I do what I do in the United States military. Every hard challenge, obstacle we do face, I remember them. I remember those that participated in World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, Vietnam War, etc. Right? It's because of them that I'm here today.
The captain has served for over a decade and says that one reason he serves is commitment.
Commitment to my country, commitment to my soldiers, commitment to my family. I always wanted to do something bigger than myself. And being here today is exactly that. I look at these veterans and I see that commitment. I see something that we can relate to.
And today's event began at noon and honored fallen heroes with a poem reading, songs, a speech from Mayor Andy Shore, and a presentation of the colors by American Legion Post 502 from Elsie, Michigan. Back to you, Rachel.
Thank you, Zach. Over in Dansville, the city held a Memorial Day Freedom Festival, and the community showed up. Sydney Suffolk was there and shares what people were up to at the event.
That's right, Rachel. Dansville kids had a fun way to connect with first responders for Memorial Day weekend.
It started with a bike race. Kids got to decorate their bikes and go around the block. And they had time to stop at the food tents to get elephant ears, hot dogs, lemonades, or snow cones. Every year, the first responders come out to let the kids check out fire trucks, police cars, and EMT trucks.
The bounce house. The parade.
Then they took to face painting, the bouncy houses, and petting zoo.
Events ended at 3, but they will continue tomorrow starting at 8 a.m. with a veterans breakfast. For a list of events you can attend this Memorial Day weekend to acknowledge those who served, go to WLNS.com and go to Scene on 6 and check out the list of events. Back to you, Rachel.
Thank you, Sydney. When it comes to travel, we are expecting a busy weekend here in Michigan. AAA predicts nearly 1.3 million Michiganders will travel at least 50 miles from home over the Memorial Day period. That's an increase of 37,000 compared to last year and the second highest on record. Wherever you are going this weekend, police want you to be road trip ready, drive safe, sober, and smart. In Lansing, police say they will be cracking down on a few things.
We're primarily focusing on seat belts, making sure that drivers are wearing them correctly and not putting it behind your shoulder. Make sure that it's across your chest. But also cell phones is a really big topic right now for distracted driving.
The Lansing Police Department says that distracted driving is one of its biggest problems. Even putting in directions on a GPS or changing music can cause an accident, and it could cost you cash if you're fined. So drive smart out there. Nationally, AAA expects 45.1 million people to travel somewhere this weekend. And when it comes to flying, TSA reports that it expects to screen about 18 million people throughout the weekend. The top destinations are Orlando, Vegas, Boston, and San Diego. And internationally, people are headed to London, Cancun, Paris, and Rome. In Los Angeles, hundreds of scouts paid tribute to our fallen heroes. They're with Scouting America, and they placed more than 90,000 flags at the Los Angeles National Cemetery this morning. Event organizers say it's one of the largest flag placing ceremonies in California. In Washington, D.C., people are paying tribute to the more than 600,000 U.S. service members lost in the line of duty since World War I, and they're doing it in a unique way. Take a look. They call it the Poppy Wall of Honor, done by the USAA. It has a poppy planted for each of the fallen, now on display at the National Mall for Memorial Day weekend. A police chase in Detroit ended with the suspects crashing into a school bus. Police say they were conducting an investigation yesterday when the people they were looking for came out of a home, got into a car, and drove head-on into an officer's patrol car before taking off. That's when the police chase began, and the school bus, which had 3 teenagers inside, was hit. Police say the 2 suspects crashed into another car as well during the pursuit, then got out of the car and tried to run, but were eventually arrested. Investigators say they recovered a handgun, cash, and drugs. The 2 suspects suffered minor injuries, and no one else was hurt. Tonight, outrage is escalating after an airstrike in Gaza killed 9 siblings, most of them children. Israel says it's reviewing the strike as civilians in Gaza face intensifying bombardments and deepening humanitarian crisis. We do want to warn you that some of these images you're about to see are disturbing. CBS's Haley Ott has the latest.
Child after child pulled from the rubble of their family home. 9 of 10 brothers and sisters under 12, all killed in an apparent Israeli attack. Their parents, both doctors at Gaza's Nasser Hospital, where father and son now fight for their lives. The Israelis say reports of the incident are under review. Civilians in Gaza are still struggling to find food, with some bakeries firing up ovens again this week after a small amount of aid was allowed to enter the Strip, the first for nearly 3 months. That trickle met by a tidal wave of need. This bakery overwhelmed by desperate people, some banging on the front doors, others trying to break in the back, until guards fired warning shots. Elsewhere, shipments were looted by those frantic to find food. The UN Secretary General described the moment as critical.
Palestinians in Gaza are enduring what may be the cruelest phase of this cruel conflict. Families are being starved and denied the very basics, all with the world watching in real time.
Families like that of Khalid Mohammed, who Thursday said his children had gone 5 days without eating. Nobody is helping us, and we're hungry, and there's no food, he said. The situation is catastrophic.
Israel says in the coming days, private contractors will begin delivering aid from hubs concentrated in the south of Gaza. Haley Ott, CBS News, London.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We saw some pretty nice weather in the forecast for today. We saw the sunshine, some clouds, some dry air, and some warmer temperatures in the forecast as well. Well, let's take a look at our Skyview network and our Capital Cam time lapse starting at 5 o'clock this morning. We started with those clear skies right away, saw a beautiful sunrise. Then as we headed into the afternoon, a little bit of moisture got stuck aloft, and we saw those clouds moved in. And overall, we stayed dry with those clouds moving through, and overall overall, our temperatures for the day got into the 60s. We're still below average, as average is typically right around 72 degrees for this time of year, but I'm still not complaining about seeing 60s compared to what we saw last week into the 50s. We saw 60 degrees here in Lansing, 62 in Mason, 62 down into Jackson, and 63 into Hillsdale. We're into the 50s right now, so we're cooling down quite nicely, around 51 degrees in Lansing and Howell, and we're looking at 50 degrees down into Jackson. For the rest of the night tonight, we'll continue to see mostly clear skies. We could have a little bit of some clouds trying to work their way in, especially down towards Hillsdale and Jackson, but I still think it's going to be a clear night overall. As we head into the day tomorrow, we'll see very similar conditions to today, and we'll continue to see a mix of clouds and sunshine. There's a slight chance for an afternoon shower, mainly across the area, but I still think that there's going to be very dry conditions, so none of these showers will probably make it to the ground. So no big washout for tomorrow, just scattered showers overall. As we head into the day on Monday, we'll see mostly sunny skies and some very nice temperatures. I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit, but as we continue, we'll see some sunshine and maybe again just some fair weather clouds. As we head into tonight, temperatures are going to settle right around the 40-degree mark with partly cloudy skies. I think though we'll still see a good amount of clearing, which means that if there is those clear skies, calm winds, these temperatures could fall into the upper 30s. Could see some patchy frosts in our colder spots overnight tonight, so just be aware of that we could see that patchy frost, and you might want to take in your plants just in case. As we see tomorrow, we'll have the temperatures into the 60s once again, right around 65 degrees. Right around for the day tomorrow, we'll continue to see partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions as we head into the afternoon and evening. Again, average high is still into the 70s, so we're still below average, but we're getting closer each and every day. As we head into the 6-day forecast, we'll see those temperatures into the 70s on Monday with mostly sunny skies, so get out and enjoy the sunshine for the holiday weekend. As we continue into Tuesday, we start the day dry, but then as we head into the afternoon and evening, another round of showers move in, and they linger into some of Wednesday and possibly Thursday and Friday, but for right now, the rain looks like it's going to stay for Tuesday night into Wednesday with temperatures into the upper 60s. As we head into the week after next, we'll still see the sunshine and those warm temperatures returning. We're going to be back into the 60s, 70s, and even into the 80s by next week.